Hi, second grade, and welcome to our very first presentation in Unit 1. We are going to be starting with the letter A today, and A is for Amish. As you can see, as you look at some of the various pictures on the screen, you'll notice that the Amish dress very differently than we're used to seeing every day. The girls often wear bonnets, and the boys often wear hats, and some of the Amish actually still drive in a horse and buggy. Have any of you ever seen a horse and buggy on the road before instead of a car? We'll get an opportunity to talk about these things in our discussion after the presentation. The following pages that I'm going to be reading to you is from our K is for Keystone book that you all have. So it's your choice whether you want to follow along in your book with me, or I will have the pictures on the slides for you. And as always, it's important to read about our author and our illustrator. So this book is written by Kristen Kane, and it is illustrated by Laura Noor, who drew the pictures for us. And it says, A is for Amish, plain people, avoiding strife, artisans, quilters, family folk, living a simple way of life. And we'll talk about that simple way of life. Lancaster, Pennsylvania is home to a large group of Old Order Amish. Members of this close-knit community remain loyal to the traditions of their forefathers, who immigrated to the area in the 1720s to escape religious persecution. Pennsylvania was a safe place for the Amish to settle because William Penn planned his colony as a territory open to all faiths. So what this means is when the Amish people came over to Pennsylvania, they felt safe here because they were allowed to believe in whatever they wanted to believe in and practice their religions and live their lives the way that they wanted to. Remaining true to their beliefs, Old Order Amish are separate from the world. They reject vanity by dressing in simple clothing and are commonly referred to as plain people. They also shun the use of electricity and automobiles. Horse-drawn buggies are a common sight on Lancaster roads. Amish children attend school in a one-room schoolhouse until 8th grade. So you can picture what that would be like. If you have any brothers or sisters that are older or younger than you, you would all be in school together in the same classroom. Amish children attend school in this one-room schoolhouse, and their education continues at home, where their family life fosters practical vocations such as farmers, cooking, sewing, and carpentry, which is building. The Amish of Lancaster are renowned for their handmade quilts and handcrafted wood furniture. Pristine farms, one-room schoolhouses, and horse-drawn carriages reflect the legacy of this humble community. So some takeaway facts that I'd like you to think about when you're learning about the Amish is they live this simple life because it is what they believe in. So it is their religious belief, and you won't see them in the typical clothes that you often wear to school. Their clothes are normally hats and bonnets, and the girls normally wear long dresses that they're covered up, usually not any type of tank top or short sleeve shirt. And in our video that you'll be watching in the unit after this presentation, there's a gentleman that will be teaching you all about their clothing and their way of life. As you heard in the reading there, most of the Amish are farmers, so that is a very important job that the farmers do. They normally live on a farm, and they get all of their food, and they grow in their gardens, and that is normally what they do as their occupation. And the traditional Amish use gas lights instead of electricity. So while you might walk into a room and flip the light on or turn on the TV, the Amish do not believe in that. Rather, they use gas lights instead of electricity to see. And then, of course, we talked a little bit about the children in the one-room schoolhouse until 8th grade. I hope you've enjoyed our presentation on the Amish, and we will have a lot of activities coming up here in the unit where you'll get a little bit more familiar with how they lived and what the town of Lancaster in our state of Pennsylvania is like. Thank you for listening, and I'll see you next time.